Why the fuck not? Here's another Rogue's Rambling. I'm just starting out with this screen because this has been going for over 9 fucking hours. The fastest internet I can get is 100 megabytes per second, and it's actually been doing way less than this. So fuck you, Infinity Ward, for throttling your downloads. But let's play some Frostpunk. It's kind of cool RTS. I can't seem to get really anything going. There's some mechanics I can't figure out, or the game's just fucking bojank on console. Thought about downloading for PC, but fuck it. This was free on console. So, anyways, I want to talk about the Oscars. It's only what is it? It is Tuesday, so we're 2 days out from it. The 2020 Oscars, and what I don't understand is the huge controversy. I loved seeing like Joaquin Phoenix's. I've only seen bits and pieces of Oscars, by the way. Joaquin Phoenix's acceptance speech. I liked it because you can see his social anxiety come out, and it shows that he's human. I love the quote at the end from his brother's lyrics. That was great. But what bothers me is the whole thing about Bong Joon. I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name, and I'm not looking at it right now. But the director for Parasite. I have not seen that movie. All I see is other people's opinions saying it's a fucking awesome movie. I'm sure it is. The only really Oscar nominated film that I saw was Joker, Star Wars, so visual effects, and that's it. There's some people like giving some serious hate because Song won Best Foreign Film, and he won Best Film. There's one dude, he's fat like me, facial hair, really going off about it. But a good movie is a good movie, whether it's foreign or not. It's supposed to be about cinema, period. Why would we even have a foreign... I understand the foreign film. But why people are pissed off. And like the whole... and I know I'm going to jump around a lot on this shit, but like the whole subtitle thing. I'm not big in subtitles. It's just my personal opinion. It's hard for me to read and watch the movie at the same time. It's one like I try to watch dubbed animes all the time, just because I think there's more of a problem when you don't in anime, at least, because there's more visual shit to pay attention to, a lot cooler shit. But yeah, I don't quite understand the whole like why people are getting all butthurt about Joaquin should not have won. Joker, inherently not a good movie. Joaquin and other people's performance in it, fucking phenomenal. I haven't seen Once Upon a Time. I haven't seen A Marriage Story. I haven't seen all these other movies that people won these awards for. So I'm not going to be the asshole and go, oh, we shouldn't blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. Just, okay. Yeah, I'll provide shelter. I just did that, motherfucker. Turn on generator. And the thing is people haven't even seen all the movies. So you can't have an opinion. Granted, the people in the fucking Oscars, the board or whatever, I think they're just, very disconnected. Most of them are very old and white, from my understanding. So, fuck them. So I feel like people are are white knighting for some stupid ass reason. And it's not necessary. I didn't see a huge problem with who won. Actually, I think Bong is very punk rock. The only move I've ever seen of his is Snowpiercer. It's one of my favorite movies in the past like 10 to 15 years. And it's brilliant. It's not subtitled. Actually, I think he's actually in it. He plays a semi-important role. If it is him, I could be mistaken. Child labor laws. Yes. But people gotta stop fucking sucking. It's that simple. Stop white knighting. Stop social justice warring. Just let shit be. People won. Like, I don't feel like anyone got snubbed. Years past, I think Leo's been snubbed a few times before. Snapchat. And a few other people. I guess there's a big thing about Meryl Streep, but she ended up winning in the end, right? So fuck it. There's a lot of performances, a lot of good performances. I think the Academy panders a lot of times. But all this grandstanding and all Joaquin is right, and granted I haven't seen all the other acceptance speeches, but of course Ricky did a great thing at the Golden Globes or whatever, fuck it, where it's like, just take your award and fuck off. No one gives a shit about your opinion. I'm sorry, some like a lot of them may have hard upbringings, and you know that's why they're good at their craft or they're fucked up in the head. But at the end of the day, they're still millionaires. Not saying that they can't be. You can't have a shitty life. I mean, look at Chester Bennington. That guy, you know, one of the people had the world in his hands, and he ended up killing himself. I suffer from depression. Just from stupid shit. Just regular depression and PTSD from literally a year and 4 days ago. I died, but I was obviously resuscitated. I suffer from that. Most people don't even know it, but it's no one ever sees it. So all these, but at the end of the day, they're still fucking millionaires. You know, I get to deal with this stuff. Just as an example, I get to deal with this stuff alone. I'm starving half the time, even though I'm fat. This isn't that, but that's just lifestyle before all this shit happened. And I went blank. And so their suffering is suffering, but they don't suffer like regular people do. So when they're like, oh, we need to pay attention to animal cruelty, there's people doesn't have homes, there's kids starving. Yeah, you're right. You're also a millionaire. How about you just shut up and do something about it? Some of you might. Some of you might not. I don't know. But it doesn't seem that way. Perception's reality. And I realize I'm not playing this game because I'm kind of just... I got on a rant and I don't want to forget what the fuck I'm saying. But, yeah, just... I don't understand it. It's an award show for the rich. That's it. Why are you getting pissed about the award shows for the rich? Just cool. That one. I think Bong Ho should have won anyway, just because of the type of person and his past work. I think it's great. I think that opens doors for future people. It gives people all around the world something to strive for. So everyone that gets on their soapbox and bitch and moan and wants to be negative about shit, and I'm sure you fuckers have been like, oh, you gotta be positive and blah blah blah, but you're the same fucking asshole that fucking weaves in and out of the crowd and then fucking this fucking negative shit somewhere because you think you're social justice warrioring or you're fucking grandstanding or you're gaslighting motherfuckers. Go fuck yourself. Just let it go. How about you go, yep. Good job, Bong. Good job, Brad. I like that Brad won. I heard he was phenomenal. So cool. I was a little upset about Quentin. Quentin's good. Quentin's fucking awesome. And the fact that Bong recognized Scorsese and Quentin, because I mean, those are two living legends in the cinema world. And you know, I'm getting more on I'm grandstanding Bong, but there was a lot of good movies. There's a lot of good acting this year. So I'm a fucking Ohio State fan, and I'm a Browns fan. So I'm used to loss or super close games and getting fucking edged out or fucked over as a fan. But I gotta let it go. So in my regular gaming videos, I just, at the end, I say, hey, do the regular YouTube shit. And the very last thing I usually say is, don't be a dickhead. Well, don't be a dickhead. How about you go? Okay, I don't like that. I'm gonna let it go. It's like, sidestep it. There's no reason to shout from the top of the world and go, hey, fuck you, man! Behind a curtain where no one knows who you are and blah blah X Y Z. Just let it go. I understand what I'm saying is a little counterintuitive. Not intuitive, but it's countering my argument. But I'm not being super negative about this. I wish people would just go, yeah, I'll just sidestep this. I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to be a racist piece of shit. So I'm going to kind of circle back to one point I was making about subtitles. Shut up about subtitles. You either can watch them or you can't. Don't make it some racially political thing or because you choose not to learn a language. I used to be able to speak Spanish pretty well. I used to work for over 5 years. I worked with people that mostly spoke Spanish. I decided to learn language because either A, they didn't want to learn, or they didn't have the capacity to learn English, so I picked up on it. I taught some of them English enough to get by. I used to be pretty fluent in it, but I haven't used it in almost a decade, so I really can't speak Spanish anymore. But I made the effort. If I really want it, like One Punch Man, everyone raved about it, but I can only find it in subtitles. Guess what I did? I really want to watch it. I fucking watched it. I watched it with subtitles. It was a little bit harder for me, but it didn't take away from it. All the silliness, all the funny, the good, the bad was there, and I enjoyed it the way I was supposed to. Sometimes that's how it's meant. Look at Tarantino. Inglourious Basterds is probably the best use of it. So if they were speaking French, they spoke French, German, English. They didn't do it to pander to anyone. If it was appropriate for the scene, that's what they spoke. And that's how it should be done. If everyone speaks Korean, they speak Korean. Was it I saw some bimbo, and yes, I'm going to say bimbo, asked Bong why he decided to shoot it in Korea or South Korea, or why all Korean and not, like, she basically asked why it wasn't whitewashed. Holy shit, I couldn't get past that question. Maybe I missed something, maybe I didn't, but fuck you, lady, that was stupid as shit. I hope you don't lose your job over whoever you are, bimbo, but come on. And I think she was a black lady too. So that's stupid as shit. Come on, you're a black woman, so obviously you've grown up with, especially being a woman, you kind of double-threaded there, is women don't make it or have it harder in the workplace, especially in media, which she is, and then she's also black. So I'm sure she got shit on racially a lot. Still, probably more as a child, but Then you go and ask this extremely stupid question. I think he kind of just like dismissed it and he sidestepped it, which bravo for him for doing. But holy shit, people are being so stupid over this whole thing. Anyways, discuss it appropriately, please. But yeah, just I don't understand why we got to be dicks about this. And I realize, I should have just did this. Should have just did this. Since I'm not even really playing. See, now you can see my face a little bit up closer. And this fucking gnarly mustache. I know, it's probably trimmed. You guys are probably like, oh, one side's longer than the other. And I don't fucking care. Anyways, and if you really want to argue about it, go see the other movies and then decide for yourself. And then just keep it to yourself. Unless you want to have a discussion about stuff instead of arguments or just being a troll or an asshole or racist. How about we just let it go? Let it go. Let it go. Anyways, please do the YouTube things if you liked it. And don't be a dickhead. Boy, 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 boy.